Hey, what's up, guys? With the Hallyu Blast.
I'm Serg.
And I'm Oscar, and today it is not a reaction. We are actually finally doing an updated version of our top 5 girl groups.
And this time it's only going to be girl groups. No, none of that single idol type-esque.
Did we do that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Well, yeah. This time, I guess, just only girl groups. We're not going to add any solo artists like Hallyu, even though she's #1.
Or Taeyeon, or anything else like that. Just whole girl groups. So shall we go 5-5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How do you want to do this?
Then we'll go 5 and then 5.
I'm down with that.
Alright. So, I guess I'm going first. Now, my number 5, I have liked this group for, I think, a long while. But they're kind of like Promise 9, where I've liked them more than I did, actually. But it just took one song for me to really like them, and it's not Banana. And knowing that, yes, it is Oh My Girl.
Oh My Girl, yep.
I think the song that did this group for me was actually Liar Liar. Because I think that is my actually favorite Oh My Girl song. And then, of course, Banana. But that's like a subunit of Oh My Girl. But I don't know. There's my, I don't know. They're like that cutesy girl group that I just love.
Yeah, they've been slowly creeping up. Very, well, not even slowly, really fast, actually. So my number 5 is also a relatively new group, to me anyway.
Yeah.
And they're Sonomu. But you weren't expecting that.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah. There we go. Sonomu was introduced to them last year. I think Friday night it wasn't Friday night. Like, Friday night got my interest.
Yeah.
But it was really I Knew It that really drove me forward. I went back and I saw all of their other title tracks. You know, I Like You Too Much, Cushion, Deja Vu. I'm missing another one, but just all the members. You know, I like them all. Their style of music is something I like. They have 2 cutie songs, 2 in your face songs. You know, there's I Knew It, so they can do. They're pretty, flexible in that regard. And Diana is in my top 10 ultimate bias list. So
isn't D on it, or is it Diana?
Well, it's D dot and then
dot,
Anna. So I'm just saying Diana just for the sake of saying it. But Sonomu's my number 5, and I feel like they'll. Oh well, we haven't seen them in a while since Regions with Unity right now.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So hopefully we see some more of them sometime soon, because I need something else. So if not, I'm gonna go insane. But let's move on to number 4.
Number 4, all right. My number 4. This group could actually be a lot higher on my list. I think they honestly could be number 2.
This probably goes for both of us.
If they just had more stuff, honestly, because there's actually 2 artists I took off my list, or 2 groups, because they hadn't really been releasing music lately, and I don't like to do that, but I want to keep it current. I want to go with groups that keep releasing new stuff that I love to hear. And this group, if you couldn't even guess from what I was just saying, is BLACKPINK. I don't know, BLACKPINK, I was super hyped for them when they came out. Like, I was all about Boom Baya, Whistle. I like Playing with Fire. Stay is I love Because It's Your if It's Your Last. I love that song. That might be my favorite BLACKPINK song now. But they're finally coming back. Thankfully, it's been.
I think this video will probably come out the same day that BLACKPINK comes out, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, this might come.
This is actually going to come out the same day.
Well, BLACKPINK might beat this video.
Oh,
we'll see.
If it does, then just know that it was recorded before BLACKPINK.
It was recorded before the BLACKPINK song, but yeah.
And we actually can both talk about this because BLACKPINK is my number 4 also. Ooh. I was looking at your list, I was like, oh my god, we have the exact same group in the exact same spot. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just, you need more.
Yeah,
you do.
You need to add more fuel to the fire, I feel like.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
YG has not been giving us any fuel.
Just let them be free.
I find more fuel in my PUBG games than YG gives BLACKPINK.
Yeah, no, to add on what you're saying, I actually like Stay, but that's just preference. Boom Baya, Whistle, all of their songs. That's If Your Last was in your top 5 favorite songs last year.
Actually, what it was,
threw me for a loop. It
was almost number one.
That was the deciding factor. Actually.
Yeah, I think it was almost number one.
Yeah, it was number. I think it was number
2 or 3.
It was 3.
3? Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you know, Jisoo, Jennie, Rose
Lisa, for life.
All 4 incredibly talented idols in their own regards. You know, whether it be rapping, singing, personality, they all have something. They all have something to make them unique, and you can tell when one of the girls is singing almost instantly, since they have such distinctive voices.
Yeah, that's very true.
So yeah, Blackpink's number 4 for me as well. They could be higher, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. All right, moving on to number 3. My number 3 was actually pretty difficult. I like this group a lot. This group just definitely grew on me out of nowhere. I've been actually following them since their debut, but it was one of those I needed that one song to do it for me, and I had finally found it along with seeing them live at KCON, which is amazing.
Yes,
and that is WJSN.
I still remember when we first saw them at LA last year, and you were recording another group, and I was like, Oscar, look at
WJSN
that's
right
there. He was like, this just went straight down.
SF9 was performing, and we were sitting close to the bottom, more or less, and it was by an entrance where you can like walk through for artists and stuff. And I don't know, I was just recording SF9, and like it was their last song, I believe, and all I hear is like WJSN's right there. I'm like, what? I look down, they're literally all lining up a couple rows down. I just got my camera and started recording them. I felt kind of bad for SF9, but WJSN was that close, so you could not like expect me not to record that. But it was great.
For me, my number 3. Well, see, this is what my number 3 and 2 are always switching. They're like 2 and 3. Like I always say, take with a little bit of salt because they always constantly switching. But for now, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna still put Red Velvet at number 3 for me. Really, no reason, as I said just a second ago, that this group and number 2 are always switching constantly. Yeah. It's just a matter of whether or not I like. It's like a culmination of everything, you know. Whether it's the members, their past songs, their present song, their releases that they just had. I'll even match up their B-sides with one another. I like to get it all. I like to compare them to all, not against one another, but just me personally. But yeah, Red Velvet's number 3 for me. Really, no particular reason. It's just it's flavor of the day. Yeah, really, honestly.
And then. I guess that just brings up to number 2, which is kind of funny, because my number 2 is actually Red Velvet. I don't know if there's much to say. Like, I like Red Velvet. I always have since I saw Ice Cream Cake. I think that's when I first got introduced to them. I didn't really get introduced to them during Happiness. But yeah, I've been honestly hooked on them since Ice Cream Cake. I don't know if I put them on my top 5 last time.
I think you did.
If I did, they were probably number 4 or 5.
4 or 5, one of those 2, if I recall.
Yeah, I think so. But I think last time A-Pink was on my number 2 list, but...
both A-Pink and AOA were on.
Yeah, A-Pink and AOA were both, but... I don't know, I've been enjoying these groups a lot more, and I haven't been listening to those 2 as much, sadly. But, I don't know, Red Velvet's just great. And they're honestly the reason why we're both going to KCON New York. Because I had liked the lineup, it was good, but I don't know, I was kind of like, I want to save money for KCON LA instead. But they announced Red Velvet out of nowhere. And I was like, alright, I'm going to New York.
It's going to be wild.
It is, it's going to be great.
So my number 2 is GFRIEND. Actually, I think GFRIEND was on your top 5 last year, if I recall.
Yeah, I think
it might have been GFRIEND.
Was Mamamoo?
No.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, they were on mine.
Yeah. So you can see why it's difficult for me having GFRIEND and Red Velvet. They do clash with one another constantly, both totally different groups in concept and style-wise and music. But I feel I've always liked GFRIEND songs over Red Velvet songs. It's always been like that. Even if GFRIEND songs don't stray too far from their path, and then Red Velvet has 2 different types of music that they go for, I still like GFRIEND a little bit more in that regard. But ever since Bad Boy and then Red Flavor and Peekaboo, those songs have really boosted up Red Velvet for me.
Yeah.
So that's why I like that's why they're always changing. So GFriend and number 2 and 3 are always switching.
Yeah,
always.
sure.
There's never been a moment where it's always just been GFriend. Like they're always like right here with another for me. I like all the members. You know, just and it's like they're always constantly improving as well. Same with Red Velvet. You know, same with any girl group. Their voices are getting stronger. They're choreography queens, of course. They're very good at dancing.
They like kill every dance they do.
They're savage as well, you know, like I said with the story with Yeden and skinning that lizard. Really like that. A lot of points for that. Because that's something I could never do. I'm like a little girl when it comes to like insects and stuff like that. I'm not about that life. But if I see an idol that I really like doing, I'm like, oh, damn, she's got it. But yeah, that's number 2 for me, GFriend.
Alright. Guess that brings us to number 1. I'm gonna let you go for this one first, actually.
So
I think
you guys should know who his number 1 is by now.
At first I was like, I don't know who his number 1 is, but then it just it clicked. I was like, wait, never mind. I know who it is.
Yeah, and I get a lot of poop for it too. Girls' Day. Every day is Girls' Day. Very first group that got me into K-pop. Just I've stayed true to my one true love. This whole time since we've been doing this, since I've listened to K-pop, since I've listened to music, Girls' Day and Mina being my ultimate bias, that's really the reason why they're my number 1. No poop on Sojin and Hyeri and Yura, who I think are all fantastic and amazing in their own ways. I just recently saw a drama with Yura in it, and it broke my heart because she plays the antagonist. I'm like, girl, you are not mean. Please do not do this to me. And she was in the drama with Kim So-hyun. If you don't know who that is, she's the girl from Let's Fight Ghosts, because for whatever reason you can't remember names.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm amazing with like American actors. Like, if you tell me a movie, I can almost guaranteed name you like the leading cast. But when it comes to dramas, I don't know what it is. Like, I cannot remember.
Well, I think her name is Kim So-hyun. I could be wrong.
I think it is. But like, I don't know. I cannot remember actors from dramas, actresses to save my life.
Yeah, but
I don't know why.
Girls' Day, I mean, like, it'll probably happen eventually since they are an older group.
Yeah.
There will be a point in time where they do break up. And as Oscar said, we like to keep it current here. So if it ever happens, I mean, and like I should have drawn a chart, but like in terms of like how much I like, you know, Girls' Day compared to other groups. If Girls' Day was right here, you know, GFriend and Red Velvet would be down here. So there's a tremendous gap between the two, and it's mainly just because of my ultimate bias. Like Mina, like me liking Mina so much is about like this much worth of how much I like Girls' Day. Yeah.
I got a question though. So it's been a little bit since our last comeback.
Yes, it has been.
Has your interest in them honestly fell a little bit?
Not even slightly.
Not even slightly at all?
I mean, 3 or 4 of their songs are still in my top 10 songs of all time. So
that's true.
It's mainly just because of how much I like Mina.
Yeah.
Like she's always been I'm gonna be her fan for life. I might actually cry when she gets married, like as one normally does when their favorite idol gets married. But I'll be her fan for life probably. Mainly, yeah, definitely.
Guess that's moving on to my number 1, which you guys already know. You guys can tell by all the posters. It is Twice. Twice? Like, I don't even know, man. I've been when was it? Well, I mean, it was like ooh-ah. Like, it was funny because I had first heard the song, and I had seen all the hype about Twice. I didn't watch 16. I knew about it, but I was looking at all the teasers that JYP was doing. I thought it was pretty cool. At the time, I actually don't think I was a big fan of really big girl groups, which is kind of what Twice felt for me at the time. And I listened to like I thought it was good. No, I don't know. I feel like when I listened to it, I didn't really listen or watch it. It was something I had put on when I was just playing a game. But I don't know what happened. Like one day I sat down and just watched it, and then Momo's Dance Break came out on, and that did it for me. Honestly,
it's really always been Momo, huh?
Yeah, Momo's always been my bias. It's wavered a little bit, not gonna lie. Sana's been there. Nayeon was there for a little bit. She almost. But it's mostly like been Sana trying to take Momo. But yeah, and then I actually think what cemented it the most was the first time I went to Korea, I actually went when Cheer Up came out, and I got to go see them live. And I think at the time that was my second or third. I guess it was my third concert by then, so it was still fairly new to the whole K-pop concert thing. But yeah, I got to see them live. Like, it was just a crazy experience. And you know, fast forward, I've like flown to the New Jersey just for Twice. Like last KCON, I literally went because Twice was going. Then I've seen them in LA. I've seen them 3 times.
Damn.
Yeah, I've seen Twice 3 times. I was even gonna fly to Korea again, like for Twice Slam Part 2 that they did. I was gonna go again, but I just could not swing the plane ticket this time around.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question as well, and it's gonna be the opposite of what you asked me. As Twice has put out more and more content that's been more or less, you know, do you think it waters it down for you, seeing the group? Because I mean, I know how much you like Twice. I mean, if that's not, you know, an inclination.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, as a fan, you always want to see the next best thing, the next best song, the next addictive song. And as they've released more and more songs that are this type of pass kind of thing, well, at least personally for me, do you think that it has a opportunity to bring down Twice a little bit lower, or are they always going to be number one, just as a matter of fact? Like, do you think another group can surpass them depending on how great the song is, how much you like the song? Like, say for instance, Bad Boy. Like, do you think that it can ever happen?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think the one thing for me in K-pop that people should know, I guess, is I love K-pop and everything. Don't get me wrong, but I do take breaks from it, and that even applies to certain groups that I love. Like, I love Twice, but I think the reason why I could like them so much without being like diluted by some of the stuff that's came out is I just take a break from it sometimes. Like, I think you guys have ever heard of his Cheer Up curse. He's listened to the same song so much that he just doesn't like it anymore. Like, I think I've been able to avoid that because I'll listen to the song like a bunch when it comes out, and then I'll put it like, I'll give it a little bit, and then I'll go back and listen to it some more. Like, I take it in doses, I want to say. I don't just drown myself in it, I guess, for lack of better words. But I don't know, it gives it always that fresh feeling. Like, I think it's honestly been a little bit since I've listened to or watched like TT and Cheer Up, but like when it comes on again, I feel like the feelings I felt when I first heard the song just come back. So I don't know if that answers more or less.
Yeah, it pretty does. So I know what you guys are thinking. Why isn't Luna on my top 5? If you were thinking that, then let me answer that question. And it's mainly because they haven't debuted yet.
Yeah, I was thinking that at first, but even before I asked right away, I already knew. It's like, well, I mean, they're not technically a group yet.
Despite all that, you know, they still have to go up against these other 5 groups who are arguably titans in my world. Titans worldwide, actually, too.
Yeah.
You know, all really top groups. But that's mainly the reason why. You know, they haven't debuted. As much as I like them, I have to see the togetherness of it all to see how well it mix and matches. But also, what I want to say on our last video that we did this, when I was going through the comments, there was not one single person. Well, there was maybe 1 or 2 people that had Girls' Day on their top 5.
A lot had Twice.
A lot had Twice, and come on. Also, guys, thank you very much for doing that. Also, I don't even think we asked, actually.
I think we did. I think at the end of the video I said leave your top 5, which you guys should do. Make sure to leave your top 5 favorite girl groups in order, all in the comments below. Because honestly, it's really cool, awesome to see. Because I think we had only been reacting for about a month.
It must have been a month or 2.
Maybe a month, maybe even a couple of weeks, and to see that much many comments about all your guys' favorite groups was just awesome. And I think to this day we still get one every now and then, which is crazy. Which brings me something I want to say. I might actually take that video down because I mean, this is like a progressive thing, and if I keep them all up, I think it'd be kind of weird.
It can be a little confusing.
People go back and are like, wait, I thought they said so-and-so was their top 5, or I don't know. I'll figure out a way.
Yeah, but it could just see a good way to see our progress too. Because,
that is very true.
Like I said, like last time we did this, I didn't really have a top 5. You know,
I
that's why I
think you
included
put
Taeyeon in the
together,
list
yeah.
because I was like, oh well, I don't know a whole lot, but now look, I have 5. I have a top 10 now actually. Now that I think about it.
I do, but I have to really go through that list because the next ones are like hard.
I can go through it like nothing.
But yeah, that video is also a year ago.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Honestly.
It's been a long time, and we will probably do a top 5 guy groups as well.
Yeah.
Little later down the line, but we will still do it.
Yeah, because we do want to space these out just for the sake of that, you know. So much music comes out every day, and it's just crazy, especially when you keep up with it. And, you know, groups can just change. Like,
yeah, they can change.
The group can I mean, BLACKPINK, for example, they can just not release anything.
Yeah.
Like, after this next comeback coming up. And, I mean, if some other groups come up, I mean, by all means, it's going to change.
Like, God, I hope it never happens, but girl groups can disband.
Yeah, and I don't think if a girl group disbands, I would leave them on my top 5. Because I think it just...
Despite, even if it was Girls' Day, if they disbanded, I would take them off.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's because we like to keep things
as current as we can. Yeah. But that is it for this video, guys. Like always, leave some feedback below. Make sure to give your top 5 girl groups down below. Hit that like and sub button. And that's all.
See you later.